Hello again, and welcome to the Continued Progress. My name is Mitchell. Delighted you've joined us today for this episode of Times of Change. Life is filled with swift transition. An ancient writer once said, "There is a time for everything, and there is a season for every activity under heaven." And where I live, there are 4 distinct seasons. Winter. There's a certain beauty about winter, and yet oftentimes it is dark and cold. It's the season in which things hibernate. But actually, winter is preparation for the coming seasons. The next season is spring, and out of the ground, new life emerges. Seemingly dead things come to life, and it's the time in which seeds are planted in anticipation of a future harvest. Summer is a period of growth. There's activity like gushing water. There's light and there is warmth, and summer is such a flourishing time. The autumn of the year comes the completion of the cycle. It's the time of harvest. One reaps what has been sown. Autumn is the time of closure. The seasons remind us of the continued progress of life. Every year we are reminded of the progress that takes place through the seasons. Now, there are seasons in which life changes. I mused about a barn. Why, it's just an old, run-down barn. It's seen better days. The logs, though hand-hewn, are decaying. Dozer it down, burn it up. Progress is on the way. There are houses to build, streets to pave, stores to operate. Reconsider. The barn symbolizes the determination and quality that made people great. The barn reflects the footsteps of real people, not plastic, not instant, not imitation, not prefab, not new and improved. Real people. The barn was a simple, humble holder of life. It served many diverse purposes, and now it serves one last and perhaps most important purpose. It is a silent reminder to the spirit of the quality and determination that make people great. Now, perhaps, who knows, there might have been a donkey that resided in that barn, and many years ago I drew a picture of a cute little donkey with a curious cow peeking at the corner, maybe in the 5th grade. Has anyone ever seen a round-top barn leaning slightly right? Probably not. Some 20 years later, in another season of my life, I drew a puppy dog. And there's a great similarity between the donkey and the puppy dog. The facial structure, the way they're standing, are all similar, and yet they are different because they were drawn at different seasons of life. And now I want to show you a couple more little things. One is the drawing of a head, and one is the head itself. The line drawing is just an image. It's just a possibility. It's a season of projection. But at some point it moves from that season to the season in which it becomes a reality that can be held, the time of completion. The seeds of the line drawing produce the harvest of the head. The story of life's journey is a story of change, whether it is a cycle of seasons or societal change, or change from what is hoped for to finding the completion. Life is filled with swift transition. Seasons change, society changes, you and I change. Part of my reflection came when I considered an acorn. The little acorn desires to be a huge oak tree, but it takes time, lots of time. The little tree must be ever reaching towards the sun, and thus it stretches its limbs and leaves upward towards the spots of light filtering through the trees that are already established. Still more, it's forever getting rained on, but it knows this too is for its benefit. And the seasons Ah, for it to be forever sunny, warm summer with green growing leaves. But autumn comes, the leaves fall by the wayside. Then comes the bitter cold, the ice frozen on the sagging limbs. The weak and rotten are naturally pruned. The gales would try to uproot, but really the wind only serves to send the roots deeper, still deeper. Not only does the tree gain better hold, but it also feasts on new, fresh, untapped supplies of nourishment. Thank you again for watching Continued Progress, this episode, Times of Change. Life is filled with swift transition. Thank you for watching. I hope you will consider the progress you are making in your life. So until next time, this is Mitchell. Farewell.